No one asked her to clean. That was the detail she would return to later, when the night replayed in fragments that felt more like footage than memory. Plates were stacked. Someone had already pushed their chair back. The sink was full in the way sinks get full when people assume momentum will take care of itself. She stood, rolled her sleeves once, and began. Her father's phone appeared in the doorway, held sideways at first, then corrected. He didn't say anything while he filmed. He rarely did when he thought something was obvious. The joke wrote itself in his mind. He panned slowly, her hands in soapy water, her back to the room, the television murmuring behind her. Later, she would see the post. It would already have likes. Our family made hard at work. Some things never change. The laughter didn't arrive all at once. It spread. One sibling snorted, another added a comment about how she was good at this stuff, which passed for affection in that house. Someone clinked a glass against the counter. The sound traveled. She kept washing. Not because she agreed, but because stopping would have required speech, and speech would have turned the moment into a debate. She had learned the costs of debates early. They were never about the subject at hand. They were about tone, about gratitude, about how much was too much. She finished the last plate, rinsed her hands, dried them, carried the phone. She didn't look at her father. She picked up her coat and keys. "I'm heading out," she said to no one in particular. Her mother murmured something like already. A sibling asked if she'd be back for dessert. The television laughed on cue. She left. Outside, the air was cool and precise. She sat in her car for a minute longer than necessary, hands resting on the wheel as if waiting for instruction. Nothing came. She drove home. The quiet thing she did took less than 5 minutes. She opened her laptop, logged into a system she had maintained for years without fanfare, and changed a single permission setting. She didn't delete anything. She didn't send a message. She simply removed herself from a role that had never been formally acknowledged but had been entirely depended upon. Then she went to bed. By morning, her phone vibrated itself across the nightstand, missed calls stacked like receipts. Messages multiplied, changing tone as they went. "Hey, can you check something real quick? Are you awake? We can't access the account. This isn't funny. Call me." She read them in order, then put the phone face down. "Made coffee. Let the kettle boil too long." When she finally picked up again, there was a voicemail from her father. His voice was different. Controlled, but thin at the edges. "There's been a mistake," he said. "We need you to fix it." She waited until she was fully awake before calling back. "There's no mistake," she said when he answered. She kept her voice level, not cold. Accurate. A pause. Then irritation, trying to pass as authority. "You can't just, this affects everyone. It affects the system," she said. "I'm no longer part of it." Another pause. Longer. Someone else spoke in the background, a whisper she recognized as her sister's. "You're overreacting," her father said. It was a joke. She pictured the caption, the ease of it, the assumption that she would absorb it, clean it, make it disappear. "I didn't react," she said. "I adjusted." They met that afternoon at a neutral place, glass walls, uncomfortable chairs, a counter where nothing was free. The choice of location was hers. She had learned that rooms shape behavior. Her siblings arrived first, still laughing a little, as if proximity might restore the old balance. The laughter didn't land. Her father came last, phone in hand, scrolling. The post was gone. "We took it down," he said, as if that closed something. She nodded. "Good. You didn't have to do this," her sister said. "We needed access?" "You needed me?" she replied. "You didn't say that, you posted something else." Her father leaned forward. "What do you want?" It was the wrong question. She didn't correct him. "I want the roles to match the jokes," she said. "If I'm staff, we can formalize it. If I'm family, the jokes stop. I'm not both." They stared. Not because the words were harsh, but because they were clear. Her sister crossed her arms. "You're making everything transactional." She shook her head once. "It already was. I just put numbers where you put laughter." No one spoke for a moment. The room hummed. A barista wiped the counter, methodical. "What happens now?" her father asked. "I step back," she said. "You hire someone. Or you take it on. I'll help with the transition." Once. Her father opened his mouth to argue, then closed it. He looked hassled. Calculating. "Fine," he said. "But don't expect things to be the same." She stood. "I don't. The weeks that followed rearranged themselves quietly. A cousin called to ask for help and stopped mid-sentence when she didn't immediately agree. An aunt texted something vague about family sticking together and received a polite, non-committal reply. The system ran without her, poorly at first, then better. Money was spent where her time had been. The laughter thinned. At the next dinner, she sat at the table and did nothing. The sink filled. Someone else noticed. Someone else stood. The television murmured. No one filmed. Her father didn't joke. Her siblings watched her more carefully now, as if waiting for a signal she no longer sent. She ate. She spoke when addressed. She left when she was ready. Later that night, her phone buzzed once. A message from her mother. I didn't realize how much you were carrying. She read it. She didn't reply. Not because she was angry, because she was finished explaining. The boundary held, not loudly, not cleanly, but undeniably. And in that quiet, something settled into place that had never been named before. She slept,